Level 1. Barely chocolate. At level 1, we have chocolate that's mostly wax and sadness. I'm talking about those chocolate coins wrapped in gold foil that you get at Christmas. You peel off the foil and the chocolate is white and chalky on the outside. It tastes like someone explained what chocolate is to a factory and they did their best with vegetable oil and sugar. Palmer chocolate. The Easter bunnies that are hollow and break into a million pieces when you try to bite them. This chocolate tastes like sweetened candle wax. The ingredients list says chocolate-flavored coating because it's not legally chocolate. There's no cocoa butter, just palm oil and disappointment. Tootsie Rolls. Are these even chocolate? The package says chocolate-flavored, but they taste like chewy sadness. You get these on Halloween, and they sit in a bowl until February. Nobody wants them. You only eat them when every other candy is gone and you're desperate. Hershey's Kisses. Controversial take, but American Hershey's tastes like vomit, literally. They use butyric acid in the process and it gives the chocolate a sour, vomit-like taste. Europeans can't stand it. Americans grew up on it, so we think it's normal. It's not. This is bottom-tier chocolate that we've been brainwashed to think is good. Those chocolate Santa figures at the dollar store. Solid chocolate in a Santa shape that costs $1. You bite into it and immediately regret it. It's grainy, it's overly sweet, and it melts wrong. Real chocolate melts smooth. This stuff just gets warm and sticky. If you've been eating level 1 chocolate your whole life thinking that's what chocolate tastes like, hit that subscribe button because we're about to blow your mind. Level 2. Candy bar territory. This is standard American candy aisle chocolate. Snickers, Milky Way, Reese's, Kit Kat. These aren't really about the chocolate, they're about the combination. The caramel, the peanut butter, the wafer. The chocolate is just there to hold everything together. Reese's peanut butter cups are the king of this level. The chocolate is mediocre, but the peanut butter carries the whole operation. The ratio is perfect. You're not eating this for high-quality chocolate. You're eating it because salty peanut butter and sweet chocolate is an unbeatable combo. Kit Kats are just wafers with chocolate coating. The chocolate is forgettable, but the crunch is satisfying. You break off a piece and you're happy. In Japan, they have like 300 flavors of Kit Kat, and they're all better than the American version. Twix is underrated. You've got cookie, caramel, and chocolate. The chocolate is nothing special, but the cookie adds texture and the caramel adds richness. M&M's chocolate that won't melt in your hand, only in your mouth. The shell is more interesting than the chocolate inside. The chocolate tastes like slightly better Hershey's, which isn't saying much. But they're portable, they're shareable, and they're everywhere. Level 3. Grocery store upgrade. Now we're getting into chocolate that actually tastes like chocolate. Ghirardelli Squares. These are what you buy when you want to feel fancy, but you're still shopping at Safeway. The dark chocolate sea salt caramel squares are legitimately good. The chocolate is smoother, richer, less waxy than candy bars. Lindt Lindor Truffles, the Swiss brand that comes in the fancy gold bags. These things melt in your mouth. The chocolate shell is thin, and the inside is this smooth, melty ganache. Are they the best chocolate in the world? No. But they're miles better than Hershey's, and they make you feel like you're eating real chocolate. Dove chocolate. The individually wrapped pieces with little motivational messages inside. The chocolate is actually decent, smooth, creamy, melts nicely. It's mass-produced, but they use real cocoa butter. The dark chocolate is better than the milk chocolate. Toblerone, Swiss chocolate with honey and almond nougat. That triangular bar that's been around forever. This is airport chocolate, and that's not an insult. Green and Black's organic chocolate bars. You can get these at most grocery stores now. The 85% dark chocolate is intense and not too bitter. They use quality beans, and you can taste it. This is where chocolate starts tasting complex instead of just sweet. Level 4. Kraft chocolate. At level 4, we're talking about chocolate makers who actually care about chocolate. These aren't candy companies, they're chocolate companies. They source their beans, they control the roasting, and they're probably insufferable at parties. Theo chocolate from Seattle, bean to bar with interesting flavors. The Ghost Chili Dark Chocolate has actual heat. The bread and chocolate bar tastes like toast and cocoa. You're paying $8 for a bar that's smaller than a Hershey's, but at least it doesn't taste like vomit. Dandelion chocolate from San Francisco. Single origin only. Each bar tells you exactly where the beans came from, which farm, which country, which harvest. You're paying $12 for a chocolate bar, and the person who bought it will definitely tell you about Terroir. Chicho chocolate. They organize their chocolate by flavor notes: chocolatey, nutty, fruity, bright, earthy. It's like wine but more pretentious because at least wine gets you drunk. Raka chocolate from Brooklyn. They make raw chocolate, unroasted cacao. It tastes completely different. More acidic, more fruity, brighter. Their maple and nibs bar is incredible. This is chocolate that makes you question why you spent $14 on it. Level 5. Serious single origin. Now we're getting into chocolate with provenance. These bars tell you the specific farm, the year, the varietal. You're paying $15 for a bar, and you can taste where every dollar went. Amade from Italy makes Chuao chocolate from beans grown in Venezuela. Chuao is one of the most famous cacao regions in the world. Only a few chocolate makers get access to these beans, and Amade acts like they cured cancer because of it. The chocolate is incredible though. Valrhona from France. The chocolate that professional pastry chefs use and won't shut up about. Their Guanaja 70% is the standard. You bake with this and your brownies become legendary. You also spent $18 on baking chocolate like a maniac. Michel Cluzel from France, making chocolate since 1948. Their plantation bars are made from single estate beans. The chocolate is phenomenal, but the people who eat this definitely correct your pronunciation of cacao. D'Amore from Italy. They grow their own cacao in Venezuela. Their porcelana bar is made from one of the rarest varieties in the world. Smooth, delicate, almost no bitterness. It costs $25 and you eat it in tiny pieces over 3 weeks. Level 6. Competition obsession. At level 6, we're talking about chocolate that wins international competitions, and the makers are absolutely insufferable about it. Small batch, numbered bars, limited releases that sell out in hours like sneaker drops. Fruition chocolate from New York. They won a bunch of international chocolate awards and their website makes sure you know it. Their Peru bar tastes like graham crackers and brown sugar. Every bar is numbered. You're collecting chocolate now. Dick Taylor Craft chocolate from California. They stone grind their chocolate using traditional methods. The brown butter and salt bar is insane. Their limited releases sell out immediately and people genuinely get upset about it. Patrick chocolate from Missouri. This guy makes chocolate and it's some of the best in America. The Madagascar bar tastes like berries and citrus. You order this online, wait 3 weeks, and then eat it in tiny pieces while judging everyone else's chocolate choices. Bona from France. One of the oldest chocolate makers in France. Their Chuao bar is legendary and costs $30. You're gonna eat it slow. At this level, you've become the person everyone avoids at parties because you critique the chocolate they're serving. Level 7. Wealth flex territory. Welcome to chocolate that costs more than your car insurance. People store this stuff in temperature-controlled safes next to their watches. This isn't food anymore. This is investment-grade flex. Tuac chocolate from Ecuador. Chocolate from Nacional Cacao that's over 100 years old. Their rarest bars cost $300 to $400 each. Each bar comes in a handcrafted wooden box with tasting notes and a certificate of authenticity. The chocolate is aged in French oak casks for up to 4 years. 4 years for chocolate. Amade Porcelana, made from the rarest cacao variety on earth. Only about 3,000 trees of true porcelana exist. A single bar costs $20 to $30 if you can even find it. People buy these and don't eat them. They just own them. Wild Bolivian cacao chocolate. This cacao grows wild in the Amazon, harvested from ancient trees nobody planted. Limited production means you're paying $50 to $80 for a bar. You're not going to share this. You're going to eat tiny pieces alone and feel superior about it. At this point, you're not buying chocolate. You're buying bragging rights. And honestly, that's the whole point. So what's your go-to chocolate? Let me know in the comments and subscribe because next week we're ranking burgers and someone's feelings are getting hurt.